Hi there, welcome back to the show. On New Year's Day, the top 4 teams in college football will pair off and square off to crown a new national champion, and our next guest will be there to boil it all down for us. From ESPN College Game Day, please welcome Kirk Herbstreit, Desmond Howard, and Lee Corso. I think it would make more sense if I was jumping around behind you guys, right? I mean, that would make you feel more at home.
Yelling at us, cussing at us.
Do you guys travel together? Like, you come in the same car, or do you arrive separately?
Well, we all live in different towns.
I mean, like,
He has a charter.
Charter? Oh, is that right?
He doesn't like a commercial.
Yeah, we go. We fly with the common folk.
But he's in Miami, he's in Orlando, and I'm in Nashville.
This is a very exciting time, obviously, for college football. Do you still get excited about this time of the year?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This best time of the year.
It's the best time of the year. They just
yes,
gave out
sir.
the Heisman Trophy. Desmond, you won the Heisman Trophy.
Yes, sir.
When you see... You had one of the great moments of all time in college football where you almost predicted your own Heisman win by posing in the pose of the... Here, put the trophy in there, just so for those who... Is that something that you knew you were going to do going into the game?
No, I did not. I actually thought I was going to do a backflip, and I thought it would be the coolest thing to like break out in the open and then like stop around the 2.5 yard line and do a backflip into the end zone.
Yes.
And so here I am now. We're playing against Ohio State. Born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, so this is a huge rivalry, the biggest rivalry in college football. And so I'm like, this is my opportunity. Punt return, out by myself.
Yeah.
15-yard line, I'm starting to doubt myself. Do I really know how to do this backflip? Now I get into the 10-yard line, I'm like, okay, if I do it and I mess up, I'm on SportsCenter for the wrong thing.
Yeah.
So I got into the 5-yard line, chickened out, and then I did that little pose that, you know, just is actually taking on a life of its own. So.
Yeah, it has.
And he won't do it. Everybody asks him to do it. He never does.
I don't blame you. You did it once already. You don't need to do it again.
Thank you, Jimmy.
And one thing
Jimmy
about
understands.
it now, he won't tell you this, but he also, besides the Heisman, he was the most valuable player in the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, yeah.
And there's not there's not a handful of people in the world that's done that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. No, I knew about that, Lee. Actually, yeah, I watched that Super Bowl, as a matter of fact. You were on the other team.
Yeah.
But Desmond did that.
Thank you, yeah.
So did you, at that moment, were you like, look at this jerk, he's posing?
Kind of.
Yeah, right.
Because we were in the same class, recruiting class, and he went up to Michigan, I stayed at Ohio State. And I was at about he mentioned the 15-yard line when he's thinking about a backflip. I was at about the left 25, getting ready to, see if our defense could stop them way back where he received the punt at their own 10. And I'm watching him. Oh, no. And I just was like, that son of a bitch. And I was like, there he goes. He just won the Heisman Trophy. So it was very fitting that he put the pose out there.
Lee, you started one of the great traditions in sports broadcasting, which is you traditionally will put the mascot's head, the team that you think is going to win the game, you'll get their mascot's head and you will put it on, and that's the big reveal at the end of the broadcast. When did that start?
Well, it started with Kirk. I was sitting in Ohio State, and Brutus walked by, and I said, Kirk, you think you get me that Brutus head? I'd put it on, and they'll know who I pick. I won't have to say a word.
Because before that, he would ask the guys around the stage, guys that help us out, hey, go get that silly hat over there, or go get that hat. That's how he would make his pick. So that week, he just said, hey, can we get the Brutus headgear?
Give me the whole head.
So the next day, I go and Ohio State, and the crowd went crazy. And then the truck went crazy. And ESPN went crazy. I said, I think I got a stick here.
Yeah.
I've done over 300 times.
300 times. You're like the first human bobblehead doll. Do you have both heads back there?
No, just one.
Just one.
They hide it. His guy puts it like in a blanket.
So if one team knows you haven't come to borrow the head, then they know that they're not the team getting picked.
That's right. But I don't do that very publicly.
I see. It's a secret operation.
Stealth bomber.
What was your record as a coach? when you were a college football coach? Do you remember?
It's hard to remember when you lose in so many. See, I lost it. I don't know exactly what it was.
You have a better record with the heads, is basically what you're saying.
Yes, I did.
Yes, yes. And so, when you were coach of a team, did you have like unusual ways, like, you know, this head thing is an unusual thing to do. Did you do things like that? Did you come up with ways to motivate your players?
One time I was playing a team on Thanksgiving Day, so I was thinking about we got beat 50 points the week before by a team that this team beat. So I said, wow, gotta get the motivation. I thought of the Army Navy, because I was at Navy. The goat. I said, a turkey. So I got a turkey as a mascot. And so we walked down the field. The captain's got the turkey on a leash. He's all over the place. By the way, you ever try to lead a turkey?
Never.
No, you can't. You pull him out like this. The official comes in and he says, Coach, what's that? I said, that's our mascot. He said, you're crazy. I said, no, I'm not. So we got in a game. This is true story. It got to about 25-yard line. They got down and were going to score. I called timeout. I said, team, you got to help me. I promised that other coach he could have the turkey and kill him if he beat us. And he said, no, we'll win it for the turkey. We stopped them on a 2-yard line. They carried me and the turkey off.
So we've got, for the Rose Bowl, Oklahoma against Georgia, and Sugar Bowl, Clemson, #1 team, against Alabama. Which is the best team of those four?
I think Oklahoma is probably the team to beat going in, just because of the offense. The Clemson-Alabama game, it's the trilogy, because 2 years ago they played in the national championship, and Bama won a close one last year. Clemson finally beat them, and now it's the third time around.